Can you hear me? Nobody responded, but it looks like it's working.
Cool, thank you. Anything you want to do today? Postures, body parts, anything you want to mess with? Delts. Okay. Delts? Upper back. Traps. Okay.
I'm sore from whatever we did on Tuesday.
Nice.
Something to counteract.
Nice. That's what I like. That's like the best compliment. Like, oh, nice. Okay. All right. We did hip flexor or something, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right? Upper back stuff. I think we did a couple different things. Yeah. All right. So think like this is like your upper traps overworking, right? So like I always try to tell y'all, you want to think of your breath as like a cylinder, right? So when you breathe, it's front to back, top to bottom, side to side, so that you get the support from underneath for the shoulder girdle instead of up top, right? So if I breathe, if I just do this, this is just me overworking the upper traps, right? As compared to me doing this. Now all this comes in line, right? Your shoulders, you want to be like at the base of your neck, right? Is where we want the shoulders to settle. But see how now I got this lift without me doing this. Does these muscles kick on a little bit? Of course, that's part of their job, but it's about, they're not just there to hang on, right? They need to get some support for some other friends. So we'll kind of get this kicked on. We'll get this lifted. The other thing we want to work on is not letting our head hang. Your head's like this all day long. You do not need to reinforce this in yoga, right? You want to reinforce this extension out of your neck, right? Start activating those muscles in the back of the neck so that they can do their job in a good way instead of this and this. This just looks like a disaster, right? Like you see it, everything's just kind of hanging on. So come on, let's play. Take a nice seat, close the eyes. Sit up tall. Take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. Now think on that inhale, front to back, top to bottom, side to side. So we expand in all directions. We lean back a little bit. We feel those sit bones root. If you're on your knees, you're feeling more of your feet starting to root down. If you're seated, the sit bones. Cross-legged seated, your sit bones. Now, as you lean back, you're going to feel those muscles, spinal erectors, starting to activate. Let that happen. Now, remember, those muscles are deficient, especially the ones in the middle upper back, because the upper back rounds, right? So it might feel like they get tired kind of quickly. If they do, take another breath, lean back again, right? Take another breath, feel the expansion. Now, that was the inhale where you feel everything open. On the exhale, feel the belly draw in. Start to support the space. Let the core start to activate. That's where we're going to get that lift from underneath. by the core stabilizing itself. Now let the back of the neck slide to the wall behind you. Bring your chin down to your chest just a little bit. We're not trying to touch our chin to our chest. We just don't want our chin up to the sky. And as you slide the throat back, you're going to feel the muscles in the back of the neck starting to ignite. See if you can hold that space for a few breaths. What wants to happen? The chin wants to fall forward, the upper back wants to round. So we're going to do exactly the opposite. We're going to keep breathing the chest broad and open. The upper back's going to be connected here. We're going to feel the engagement in the back of the neck. Next inhale, let the arms lift. Let the exhale bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. Let the heels of the hands lightly touch as the breath now goes to that space between your palms. From listening to yourself breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing a little more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath. So if the inhale is 2 or 3 seconds, make the exhale 2 or 3 seconds. So we create balance. And maybe find Ujjayi breath, where the air rebounds off the back of the throat. And one time together to initiate our practice, together the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out all fours, hands and knees. So hands are an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees are an inch or two behind your hips. The pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out a little bit. We just don't want this, where they're turned in. Right? Straight forward or turned out. We've been talking about that. Last week we talked about rooting the shoulder back. So we're going to get the integration in the shoulder, the head of the arm bone, your humerus, right? Rooting into the shoulder socket. Start to energize, so you're hugging the hands in. The forearms are hugging in. The biceps are starting to engage. The shoulders, right? You feel that up there as it roots. You feel the upper back and the chest. Hold all that energy. In the feet, if your toes are flat, if your toenails are flat, curl your toes. Sweep the inner heels out, start to hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. So now you're feeling all that energy come up the legs into the hips. In the core, start of your pelvic floor. So draw your pelvic floor in. Pull your belly button to your spine. Pull those shutters closed. So engage the upper abdominal wall, right? You want to pull the ribs down and towards your spine. Now slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. There's the activation of the neck and the upper back. Bring your gaze right across your fingertips, low mountain. Breathe. Every muscle right now should be hugging into bone. We're in a full-on isometric engagement, so we're starting to stabilize our bodies. One more breath. And then from here, oscillating cat-cow. So you're going to take the hips up, back, and around, forward, under, and down. Up, back, and around, forward, under, and down. We'll do 5 each way. Now stay with your breath. The inhale's 2 or 3 seconds. It's 2 or 3 seconds. Take the hips up, back, and around, right? Forward, under, and down. Another 2 or 3 seconds. Now I'm on my 5th one. When you get to your 5th, pause, and then go side 2. Work the other way. Taking those vertebrae through their full ranges of motion here. Stay with your breath. And then after your 5, side 2, we'll meet back in that low mountain. Take your time though. Low mountain is full on. Every muscle is hugging into bone. It's a lot of muscle energy. Then bring the right hand behind your head. Now as you draw your fingers to your head, push your head into your fingers so you feel the back of the neck ignite. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale takes it across to the eye of that left elbow. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across the body. Let's do 5. So now we're really working that upper back here. First into extension, and now into rotation. Rotation being a twist. Now this is my 5th one. When you're done with your 5 on that first arm, lower the hand down, take a breath. Bring your left hand behind your head. Inhale, takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across the body. Now remember, keep that twist above the waist. So as you take that left elbow to the sky, drive that left knee down into the mat. So the hip stabilizes and holds itself. What wants to happen? The hip wants to try to drop on you. So don't let it. Lock it in place. Now this is my 5th one. When you're done with your 5, we'll meet back in that low mountain. Even here, feel how controlled it is, right, to engage and lift. You're not pulling your shoulders like this up to your ears here, right? We're neutral in those upper traps. Upper, middle, lower, right? They all do a couple different things, but similar. Now take a couple breaths. When you're ready, step back to plank. Shoulders are going to line up on top of the wrist crease. You're going to be reaching out of your heels. You're going to feel yourself lifting away from the mat as you push down. Keep that. Lift the hips, push back, downward dog. So now we've measured out our downward dog, right, with our feet from the plank. One of the reasons we stop in plank or start in plank, just to check to see what the space is going to be like. Now, if you want to bend your knees in downward dog, bend your knees. If you want to straighten your legs, but it's a little easier, especially on the first one, to bend the knees and work that upper body. It's not like one of the main elements of the pose to straighten the legs. The 2 main elements are that the arms are going up overhead and your sit bones are going towards like where the ceiling and the wall meet. So your low back is going like in and up as compared to it rounding here. Then you want to make sure that you're working that upper back and the neck. So look to the heels of the hands a little bit. Now you feel the connection, the neck and the upper back. Push the hands down and forward as the chest goes back towards the toenails. Don't let the forearms fall to the mat. Keep lifting them up. Don't let the inner biceps fall to the mat. Keep lifting them up. And then if you want to straighten the legs, straighten the legs. If you want to keep the knees bent, keep the knees bent. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. Let's do 5. 2 or 3 seconds to come forward to plank. 2 or 3 seconds to push back to downward dog, or however long your breath is. Now, this is my last one. As you come forward to plank, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So even here, like when I first take that inhale, I go this way. And I breathe into the upper back, right? Then I go this way, shoulders back and down. Now that's my flavor, right? If you want to do that, go for it. Lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. I do that to get length in my spine, right? To get everything nice and open here. Now, if it felt better to bend the knees, bend the knees. I'll put some music on for y'all. Feels better to straighten the legs. You want to engage the hamstrings first. So pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. We want to engage muscles before we stretch them. Now reach from the hip down the back of the legs and out of the bottom of the heels. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So see, first I'm here as I come up, and then the shoulders go back and down away from those ears. And then after your 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. If you're straightening your legs, make sure there's a little micro bend in those knees. We don't want to hyperextend. So don't push your kneecaps to the wall behind you. Pull your kneecaps up towards your waist. You'll feel your quads engage. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Last time with the 3 breaths. We're using this time, right, to overactivate the upper back, to peel the chest and the belly. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. See, this is where the misalignment is. So right away, you want to come high on the fingertips. You want to work the upper back between your shoulder blades. So think like from your head to your butt as compared to pulling your shoulder. We're not trying to scapular retraction. We're looking to get the spine to lengthen here. Front knee stacks up on top of the ankle and in line with your second toe. This back heel needs to point straight up to the sky. Now start pushing down, start hugging in. So you're pushing the heel down, right? Top to bottom, the foot down. You're pulling front to back, front heel back, back toes forward. You're hugging shins into the midline, right? Side to side. Pelvic floor, belly, shudders. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. If this knee moved back on you, bend back into it so it stays stacked up on top of the ankle. Keep sweeping the back heel out. It's going to draw the left hip forward. We're pulling the power in, right? Now reach up through your thumbs. Maybe even curl back into the pose. Reach back out of the heel, forward out of the knee, up and out of the fingertips and the crown of the head. Exhale the hand down, down. Left hand stays down. Right elbow draws back. Maybe reach up, take the twist. But see how I'm not letting that left hip drop? Yes, this wants to happen. It's the misalignment. You got to keep the hip solid here, and you got to work the upper back. 1 for extension, and then 2 for rotation. Inhale, come back to center, place the hand down, step back, downward dog, move through 1 vinyasa. Now we flow through this vinyasa, right? So stay with the breath. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. So hug that knee to your chest. We take a breath, right? We set the foundation. We engage. And then we express. Keep sliding the back of the neck to like where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you, because this wants to happen, right? So we start working here. We're collecting all that energy because we know we're going to build on it, right? And then we're going to try to extend away. So as you push down, you start to hug in, feel that power starting to come to the legs, up into the hips. Start working up the core from the pelvic floor right on up through those shudders. And when you come up, like you're holding 20-pound weights, inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, right? When I come up, it's with an intention. Instead of just boing, right? First off, my breath is probably 3 seconds to inhale. So for 3 seconds, I want to lift my arms up, right? For 3 seconds, I'm going to exhale. I'm going to reach back out of my heel and forward out of the knee, and I'm going to do the whole thing again. Right? I'm going to root down. I'm going to reach up. Maybe I'm even going to curl back in this a little bit. Big opener coming up the front thigh, up the belly, the chest, the neck, the face, the arms. Exhale the hands down. Keep the right hand down. Turn the bicep forward so the shoulder roots back. Draw the left elbow back. Maybe reach up. But let those hips stay right where they're at. Twists are above the waist, right? Specifically in your thoracic spine. That's your middle upper back. But you know, we're organic beings. We're not stick figures, right? Sometimes shit moves. So you got to really tap into that. Hold that foundation. 1 more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa.
Stay with your breath. Feeling your downward dog as you lift those inner biceps up. The shoulders move out away from your neck. You want that. There's a difference between lifting your inner and your outer biceps. When you lift your inner biceps, then the upper back and the chest can get broad and open. That's what we're looking for. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a big reach.
Heels are heavy. Inner thighs are back. Sacrum is back, so don't let this happen. Reach up through your thumbs. Maybe curl back just a little bit. Feel how broad and open the upper back is because your arms are up overhead. Scapulas rise as your arms go overhead. That's just natural. Can they rise too much? Sure. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. That's why you got to control. Now, before you pull your shoulders back, fill those ribs up with breath. Then exhale, take the shoulders back. Yep, maybe the hands away from your back. I mentioned to y'all we were doing shoulders last week, I think it was. The best way to keep your shoulders safe is to know where your shoulder blades are, your scapulas, right? And what their action is when you do these different postures. In a plank, your shoulder blades are supposed to be protracting. Right here, they're retracting. And a plank is exactly the opposite, right? So we can't collapse in the upper back because that's moving the wrong way. We'll work on that shortly. That's one of my big ones I work on with y'all all the time. Exhale, release, swing the arms up. Now keep that. Heels back, inner thighs back, sacrum back, shutters closed. Maybe curl back. See, now we work the upper back instead of working the lumbar spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold.
Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Keep the weight balanced in the feet. Heel is first. Outer edge of the foot to the pinky toe mound. Widen the foot to the big toe mound. Starts to root. And hold that. You'll see the arches lift up real nice. You feel the power come up the legs into the inner thighs. Look forward, lengthen the spine. So drag your fingers back towards your toes. It'll feel like you're pulling your spine out of your waist. And now use that space to fold deep into the pose. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Right hand grabs that left wrist. You could plug the right leg up if you want. We're going to go towards the brick wall. So right away, notice your body's going to want to go forward and your heel's going to get light. Lean back so your heel's heavy and your toes can move on that left foot. Your right thigh, keep hugging in like you're adducting. Yep. The hip goes to the left a little bit as we go even a little bit deeper towards that brick wall. Head and throat back, arms back a little deeper. Inhale, come up, swap the hands, swap the foot. So plug that leg up. See how I can move my toes, but not my heel. There's no way. Then the hip settles to the bricks a little bit as we side crescent towards the wall with the window and the door. Take your head back a little bit more. Take the arms back. Yeah, feel how broad and open that right side of the back is. Inhale, come up, release the hand and the foot, fold. Inhale, look forward. Now, make sure you have short arms here. If your humerus is disengaging from the shoulder socket, the upper back's rounding. And we don't want that, right? We want to work good extension of the spine first. And then if the upper back starts to round a little bit, okay. So keep a little micro bend in your elbows, or actually bend your elbows so you know your arms are still rooted in the sockets. Sit back as the knees bend. Let's talk about that. Let's swing the arms up. Bring the arms in front. See, here's my arms plugged in. That's too much. That's not enough. I'm not even going to do it to this bad shoulder, right? This is your rotator cuff hanging out for dear life. Plug your arms in. Now, go into your fold from here. Shit's a lot further away, isn't it? Now you got to go through the backs of the legs, through the spines. Don't let those arms pull out. You can always use your block, right? You can always stay high in your fingertips, But as you work deeper, keep going deeper at the hip crease. Then at the end, when you can't go any further, exhale into that upper back and let it go. But that's last, right? We don't want to reinforce misalignments. Inhale, look forward, plug those arms in, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Stay with your breath. Probably going to take you 2 or 3 seconds to come forward to plank, 2 or 3 seconds to lower into chaturanga, 2 or 3 seconds to come up into cobra, 2 or 3 seconds to push back, right? Because that's just how long it takes for your breath. If you were jogging or running, you always hear me make that comparison, your breath would be a lot faster, right? It might be to 1 second every breath. But here in yoga and what we're doing right in this moment, we still have pretty good control of our breath. It's still pretty slow. As slow as when we started? Probably not, but still very controllable. We'll meet back in downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, come up, bent arm to bent knee, Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. So I'm on a balance beam, right? My front heel's in line with my back arch. Front knee's on top of the ankle, and I'm going to try to get it to track that second toe. But right now it wants to do this because these are the muscles that are stretching, right? Plug the arm in, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Now, before you go any lower, open this right side body. See, this is like side crescent. We're not looking for this. Open this up. Yeah, now we can lengthen the sit bone down to the heel or sweep your heel towards that wall with the window and the door, and the knee is going to peel to the bricks. So now we're opening those adductors. If you want to go right hand to the block or the floor, go for it. Inside or outside the foot, wherever you want to play. Bicep right along the cheek. Like if you're looking up towards the sky, you're looking right into your arm. One more breath. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Hands go behind your back, interlace your fingers. Fill the ribs up with breath. Exhale, fold to the inside of that right thigh, humble warrior. Maybe the arms start to reach overhead here. We extend that stretch a little bit deeper. One more breath. Then control it as you exhale the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. Heel in line with back arch as I climb my elbow to the knee. Bring the arm in front. Plug it in. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Open the left side body, so from hip to armpit. Take that left sit bone towards that left heel. Feel the inside of the thigh opening up. Maybe look up into the arm and breathe, settle into the pose. So lots of power, right? But at the same time, as we settle, lots of freedom. One more breath. Push into your front heel. Inhale, come up tall, warrior 2. When the hands go behind your back, if left pinky was under, right pinky gets a turn. The uncomfortable side for sure. Bow to the inside of that left thigh, humble warrior side 2. Work from your feet through your legs. Feel that engagement through the spine. But then you get some freedom as you reach the hands behind you or even up towards the sky. One more breath. Then control it as you exhale the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. One of our more challenging parts of our practice, right? We link some things together. We hold the poses. You know what I'm going to say? That's just how the game is played right now. From downward dog, come forward to plank. Feel the upper back. This is what we don't want. Terrible. I lost all my power. Push down. Like, is this too much? Yeah, this is too much. But like, this is not enough. I want to feel my shoulder blades are moving out away from each other, right? Protraction. You want to keep reaching your chest forward. Like if there was a string tied to your sternum. It's pulling your chest to the front of the room. Keep reaching back out of your heels. Keep those hips up. Don't let those hips sag. Feel how you can lift yourself up away from the mat just by pushing down. Go back to that pelvic floor. Pull that belly in. Pull those shutters closed. And when you're ready, slowly lower your knees. Take a little break. Grab a drink, wipe your face, child's pose, whatever feels good. Now we all have that little glisten going on. Yep, shiny foreheads. All right, when you're ready, let's meet all fours, hands and knees. When you're ready, step back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep working the chest back towards the toenails. Keep looking towards the heels of the hands so you don't lose the upper back. And breathe. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower your back knee. When you're ready, come up, hands to the bent knee. Take a couple breaths here. When you're ready, bend your left knee, reach back, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Now push that front knee down and drag it forward. And you're already going to feel the quad stretch getting better. Pull your belly button to your spine. Quad stretch already getting better. Now draw the heel towards the sit bone. Have your front knee stacked up on top of your ankle. Now you want to play even further. Right arm comes in front. You bend the elbow. You're going to take your hand like you're cupping your ear, like your fingers are around the back of your head here. Start to look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Draw that heel to the sit bone. One more breath. Watch the boing as you release. Place the hands down. Lift that back knee. Downward dog. Pedal, swivel, wiggle. Just notice the difference side to side. All right, being out of balance, not that comfortable. Come to neutral. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. When you're ready, come up, hands to the bent knee. Take your time, right? It's not always easy to come up to the knee. As we come up, we want to pull our belly button back. So see how my belly's moving away from my thigh? I could come up like this, and all I'm really doing is working my back, right? I'm not neutralizing my pelvis in any way.
That's going to be belly button in, or sit bones down. When you're ready, bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand. There's a little core in this, right? There's a little balance. Keep hugging in. Then you'll square that right hip forward. Yeah, you'll bring that right shoulder forward. So think, as you bring the right side forward, you can take the left side back a little bit. We drag the knee forward, we pull the belly button to the spine, then we draw the heel to the sit bone. All right, the heel to the sit bone's last. And then if the arm comes in front, the hand drapes the back of the head, we maybe look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet as that heel draws to the sit bone even a little bit further. Breathe. One more breath. Control it. So watch the boing as you release. Hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog, pedal, swivel, wiggle. Balance. Take the feet wide, walk the hands back, come to Malasana, squat pose. So if your heels aren't going to root, you could take your blanket, right, roll it up. You put your heels on your blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you could always roll up the back of your mat, right, to help boost you up a little bit. Let your knees track your toes. Hug in first. Now push those elbows away to stretch. Drive your elbows down into your knees so your spine gets a little more activation. And like part of the pose is that the back here wants to round, but we can't reinforce this, right? We got to neutralize with a little bit of this and lifting. Yep. Now stay here if you want. We're deeper in the groins and in through the adductors again. If you want to work into crow, you're going to lift your hips up. You're going to place your hands down. You're going to walk your feet so that your big toes, your big toe mounds are touching each other. You're going to look forward. And as you look forward, you're going to start to bring the weight forward. You're going to notice that your fingertips are starting to turn white. You're clawing into the floor so much. And the knuckle pads are heavy. As the weight goes forward, the feet are going to get light. Pull your heels to your butt and push your hands down into the floor. Yeah, keep looking forward.
It was a meaningful pose.
Nice. Let's meet knees. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart. Sit back between your heels. Bottom side first. So we reach down to the left side. Grab the sit bone. Pull it back and out. Now on this right side, we could do two things. We can grab the sit bone and pull it back and out. At the same time, you take your left hand to the inside of your thigh and you turn it in as you widen. So we kind of take a little more internal rotation here to the thigh. We'll feel like the sit bone should blossom a little bit more. Now, we do full Gomukhasana, cow facing with the arms, right? Here we're in what we call longhorn, so we're just on the outside of the hips, right? In the back of the hip here. You can stay here, or you can fold forward a little bit. If you want to work the arms, because we do this one all the time, you want to be opposite elbow up, then opposite knee. So if your right knee's up, we got to bring our left elbow up. So left arm plugs in. We reach behind our back where our shoulder blades are. Our right hand goes out to the side. Turn your fingernails forward. Bend your elbow and wiggle your hand up your back until your fingers clasp. Or you're going to drop your strap from your left hand into your right hand. Now work the upper back. Push your head back into your forearm. Yeah, and sit up nice and tall. Now let's say you want to fold even here. You want to hinge at your hip crease, not at your belly. So as I fold, see my head stays back, my chest comes first. See how my belly didn't crunch yet? It's at my hip crease. I don't want this, where my belly's just gonna crunch. One more breath. And then watch the buoying as you release. Unwind that top leg, spin back around to the all fours. Take a breath. So start with your knees together at the midline. Then take your left over your right and get it real tight. So the front of that right thigh is nice and tight with the back of the left leg. Then take your feet apart. Now sit back between your heels. Remember, you can sit up on your blanket or your bolster or your block if you need a little more space. Now see how this sit bone isn't rooted down? So I'm going to grab this right side and I'm going to pull it back and out. I'm closer. I'm real close now. And then same thing here. As I do this, look, now this sit bone is down. So that's how I got this to root, by just widening out a little bit. Now for me, this is like full on. Like I'm sweating bullets, but I don't ever show myself that. Right? I never let myself see myself sweat. I just sit here like, I'm good, even if I'm not. Right? But that's how you gotta settle yourself. Because what's this pose? Your body's like, shit, he's done. Shut him down. We're done. Right? Lock it all down. Right? But this is like, I'm okay. Right? I can move forward in things, or I can hold space, right? Whatever I want to do. Now, if you're going to stay here, stay here. Otherwise, it's right arm plugs, reach behind, left hand, fingernails forward. I always tell y'all, exercise, and that's what asana is. It's exercise. It should be positive stress for your body. Right? You're positively stressing yourself. I know. But that's how it is. See how I want to fall forward, so I'm going to use the feedback. I'm going to push back into my arm and use that to sit up tall. And even if you are like kind of suffering, and I told y'all, I'm a sufferer. I get it. But like, you got to be like, I'm fine. Keep breathing. That's the first thing. Then watch the buoying as you release. Unwind the legs. Spin around all fours. And then just reach one leg back, open up the knee and the hip. Lower it down, swap side two. Lower it down. It's not a moment here where we like take our heart rates up a lot and so it's a little easier to control here. Try it like if you're out jogging or riding your bike one day and you feel like when your heart rate's really high, start exhaling and going, and you're gonna start to notice like your heart rate comes down, your body starts to control it, right? And then it will let you keep going. If you're going, your mind goes, all right, take the heart rate up even higher, right? Max it out, shut him down, he's done, right? So try it. It may be a little bit different situation. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall, go upside down. Nola's pitching tonight. You could try it tonight, actually. I'll be there, so I'll be doing it. I'll be doing all my breathing techniques, I'm sure.
You gonna send that one kid down, you think?
He's already down.
He's already down. I'm gonna try you guys.
He only had a 10 ERA.
I know.
Poor kid.
I feel bad for him. It's like, that's the kind of guy who goes down and you never see him.
We hope not. Yeah, last night. I just said he had a 10 ERA. You don't even really see that. That's like not even a thing. Yeah, it's like no movement. Poor kid. So if you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back, right? Interlace your hands behind your thighs. You reach the heel of the sky, take a bunch of breaths, swap. If it's not your day to invert, you can always go legs up the wall, do a pose that feels good to you. I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose. If you want to do handstand, headstand, tripods, pincha, anything you want to mess with on your own, go for it. All right? So if you want to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. We're going to take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. If your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. You can work between the two, right? You go from knees bent to legs straight, back to knees bent. You could go to one leg, like a split, whatever feels good. Keep breathing now, especially when you kick up. When you kick up, you want to exhale. When we talk about breath, there's a reason why you're annoyed or when things aren't going your way, you naturally go, right? Yes. Yeah. Look between your hands. Yep. And then exhale when you kick. Yes. Yeah. Nice. Take your time, about another minute or so, play around.
Wasn't your head off the mat? Wasn't your head off the mat? Yeah. Wasn't her head off the mat?
I was talking to him.
Oh, yeah. Same thing here. You think I'm saying to myself, oh shit, I'm upside down right now, right? No. I'm saying to myself, oh, I'm upside down, right? It's how you present that shit, right? Oh, I'm upside down.
Yoga does its best to set you up for success, right? Every single pose, you take a breath, you set a foundation, you engage, you express. Every breath, you basically go back to that shit, right? And tap back in. It's there for you. You just got to follow it as you move on. All right, and remember, moving forward is sometimes stepping back, right? We talked about that last week. All right, let's meet on our, now I want to work this wild thing. So let's meet in downward dog, facing the middle of the room. If you want to bring your feet back to the wall and use the wall that I've showed y'all in the past, walk back so your feet are starting at the wall. If you're going to do your wild thing in the middle of the you don't need the wall, you're going to do it on your mat, move forward towards the middle of the room to the top of your mat. All right, here we go. Take a breath. Pedal, swivel, wiggle a little bit here, right? Take a couple breaths. Starting to rev that engine back up. Come to neutral. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Spread the toes on that left foot, lift the leg, bend the knee, and slowly step it behind you. Now, as you recharge into the legs, keep turning the right bicep forward. So you keep rooting back into the shoulder. Maybe the left hand reaches up overhead. Yes. One more breath. Now, big inhale, come back to side plank. Yeah. Now come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Keep the knees bent. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. Spread the toes on the right foot. Lift the leg, bend the knee. Slowly step the foot behind you. Recharge in the legs. Curl into the upper back. Keep turning the bicep forward to feel the arm rooting deeper. Curl back even a little more. Maybe reach the arm up overhead. One more breath. Inhale, come back to that side plank. Then back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Bend those knees real deep here. We want neutral fold.
to kind of balance out that back bend. One more breath. And then lower the knees. Spin around to your backs. Keep the knees bent. Bring the arms to cactus or field goal, so we're like this. Feel the shoulder blades go down your back. And then from here, with the feet wide, windshield wiper side to side. See, even though my forearms are reaching up overhead, my biceps are still below my head, right? So here I want to feel that my shoulder blades are drawing down my back. As your arms go overhead, your shoulder blades do rise, but they rise under control. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, make a couple small circles here on your low back. Come to neutral, rock yourself up to a seated position. Take your right leg out straight and your left bent knee in front of you like this. Kneecap and toes point straight up to the sky. So what do you think you got to do? You got to reach back, right? Pull the sit bone back and out, maybe turn the thigh in. Take your left hand behind you. Bring your right bent elbow to the outside of the knee and sit up tall. We want to twist to the up knee side, right? This is my up knee, this is my down knee. I want to twist to the up knee side. Unless you would have a reason to do an open twist, and then you go for that. Now I want to spin this left shoulder back, because it's trying to do this shit, right? I got to go this way. Shoulder back. Now I'm connected to the upper back. Now as I twist a little bit deeper, maybe even peeking over that shoulder. If you want to stay here in the twist, stay in the twist. You want to hit another arm balance, you come out just a little bit. You're going to place your hands down. You're going to lift the hips up. You want to bring the bottom leg forward. You want to bring the top leg up and back. Inhale, come back to center. Swap the legs. Ekapada Kunyasana 1. You reach down, right? Kneecap and toes. Right hand goes behind, left elbow to the outside of the knee. Hug the big toe mound into the midline on that left foot. Sit up tall, twist. Spin that right shoulder back. Maybe peek over the shoulder that little bit. You want to stay in the twist? Awesome. You want to come into Ekapada Kunyasana 1, you come out a little bit. You place the hands like downward dog. See how the outside of my right thigh is to the back of my left arm? I want that. As I come up, see how I'm above the elbow? I bend both elbows. My front leg goes forward to like where the walls meet, and my top leg reaches back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Yep. Inhale, unwind. Take the legs out straight, lay flat back. Reach the arms up overhead, take a big stretch. Notice as your arms go overhead, you're going to control your shoulder blades. You're still going to feel them on your back. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Hug those knees to your chest. Take those knees wide, come to happy baby. Ananda Balasana. Sacrum is flat. See, if my sacrum is not flat here, this happens, right? Sometimes if I hold my feet, I'm being a little dramatic. This wants to happen, right? I need to have sacrum flat. So let go of your feet, maybe hold your shins or your knees. See where I'm at now? Now I'm in neutral pelvis. My sacrum's flat. Then take your knees so that they're wider than your shoulders. And then as you draw the knees towards your ears,
You get that big opener in the inside of the thighs and the back of the hip. If you want to go back of the legs, you could reach one leg out or both legs out. I didn't do a lot of hamstring lengthening with you all today to balance out, right? Hip flexors, we need a little tension in the back of the leg. When you're ready, inhale the knees to center. So if that feels good for you, go for it now. And then exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And here as we lay back, we let the legs stretch out. The feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides. And as the open palm turns to the sky, we feel the shoulders settle back. We let our head rest back. Maybe we let our eyes close. The tongue soften from the roof of the mouth. We let the body get heavy. We let the mind get light. It softens, turns back to the breath. As the exhale clears and removes, the inhale draws in something new, the change. And our hearts open. They're going to get ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, the practice of life. Just as your heart's going to bring you back to the mat to challenge yourself again. Our yoga is in everything we do. It manifests to every action of your day. The way you bend over, the way you reach, the way you interact, the energies you express, the energies you're willing to receive. In everything we do, we take a breath and we set a foundation and we engage. And we express the best that we can in that moment. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart. We reawaken that better version of ourselves. Ready for whatever challenge is next. The fingers and the toes wiggle. Maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach, moving in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. You're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. When you're ready, push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together with our Kula, our yoga family. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. You know, if you have any questions or anything feels weird before you go, get me. This is my last Saturday with y'all until the end of the summer. So I will be here this Saturday, and then just on Saturdays, I won't be back until September, okay? But I'll still be here Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, all right? So just those of you that I see on Saturdays, I won't see for a couple months. Home crew, you know, if you need me, hit me up.